Have you ever wondered, amidst the hustle and pressure of life, whether true human strength comes from clinging to everything or from the courage to let go? We chase distant goals, confine ourselves to standards and expectations, only to find ourselves lost within our own lives. So what would you think if the path to becoming more resilient amid all these changes lies in letting go of things that no longer matter? But what should we let go of? And how does letting go become the foundation of an unshakable strength? Trust me, you'll be surprised by the power and truth of these ideas as you watch the whole video. And for now, hit the subscribe button below, and we'll dive into exploring a hazy yet potent truth. Letting go isn't about running away, it's about the courage to face adversity and find genuine strength within yourself. 1. The fatigue of society. Have you ever felt that no matter how hard you try, how much effort you put in, it's never enough? Tired, not because you haven't done enough, but because it feels like you're running a race with no finish line. And when you can't keep up, you find yourself worn out. I think many of us are dealing with this, tired of wearing a mask, of living up to the expectations society places on us. Everyone says you should own a home, have a car, and achieve what others deem success. But stop and think. Have you ever paused and asked yourself, why am I chasing these things? Is this really what I want? Are you also feeling conflicted between chasing the success others say you should have and living true to yourself? Why does society make you feel like you have to do more, achieve more? And are these expectations the very things wearing you out? In truth, the exhaustion doesn't come from work or daily responsibilities. It comes from being busy, constantly striving, constantly chasing what others call success. And now it's time to realize something important. To escape that fatigue, you need to learn how to let go. Yes, letting go doesn't mean giving up. It isn't surrender. Letting go here means choosing to release what's not important, expectations you can't control, so you can focus on what truly matters, on the things you can change. You can start by letting go of the standards society imposes on you. Let go of what leaves you feeling exhausted. As Epictetus, a Stoic philosopher, said, "We cannot control what happens, but we can control how we respond to it." We can't change everything around us, but we can decide how to live within it. So the key here is to let go of what's not truly important. Let go of what's beyond your control. Focus on what you can do. When you learn this, you'll feel lighter, able to face anything without being knocked down. And most importantly, you'll find strength in the act of letting go. Take a look at your life and consider, what can you let go of to feel truly free and stronger? You'll see that as you begin to let go of things beyond your control, you'll live a better life, no longer dragged down by meaningless expectations. 2. Staying strong amid uncertainty. Have you ever felt like the world around you is in chaos and you're just trying to hold on? Everything is changing too quickly, and unpredictable events keep coming. You're standing in a sea of waves with no idea how to get through. Think about this. How can you stay strong when everything seems to be falling apart? Today's society never stops shifting. We face political changes, economic instability, unexpected events, and unceasing changes within our personal lives. Truly, nothing is certain. Sometimes you just want a bit of stability, but instead, life throws challenge after challenge your way, from financial struggles to strained relationships, all of which can make you feel overwhelmed. So how do you stand firm in a world constantly turning upside down? This is where Stoic philosophy offers a solution. When Marcus Aurelius said, "Events don't harm us, it's our reaction to them that does," he touched on an incredibly important point. You can't control everything in life, but you can control how you face it. Think about it. This life isn't always easy. Crises will come and go, and societal changes are unstoppable. But in those tough moments, your strength doesn't lie in changing the things beyond your control. It lies in letting go of what you can't change and learning to adjust your response. Wait, does letting go mean giving up? Not at all. Letting go here doesn't mean quitting. It means understanding that some things are out of your hands, and instead of fighting futilely, you choose to face them calmly and rationally. That's right. True strength comes from being able to stand firm in situations you can't control and focus on what you can control, yourself. Instead of wasting energy worrying about everything out of reach, look at what you can change, how you act, how you think, and how you respond. That's the big difference. Every time you face a challenge, remember you're not a victim of the situation. You're the one who decides how to face it. Ultimately, you may not change the world, but you can always change how you view and respond to it. True strength comes from letting go of what you can't control and focusing on what you can, yourself. That's the strength you need to face adversity in a world that never stops changing. 3. Letting go and strengthening as an act of revolution. Imagine a world where we abandon the pressure-filled social standards. A place where we aren't caught up in the endless race for material things, achievements, or fame. You might wonder, could that really happen? Wouldn't that mean giving up or leading a life without ambition? But the reality is the opposite. Letting go isn't failure. It's a revolutionary act that takes real courage. In modern society, especially in America, we often get swept up in the cycle of comparison. Homes, cars, careers, even relationships. People are always running, trying to one-up others, seeking validation through material success. But in some ways, this so-called success is killing what truly matters in life. So, how can we find ourselves in a society like this? To do so, we need to start by letting go of the things society has ingrained in us over the years. Let go of comparison. Let go of endless ambition. Let go of the fear of being left behind. When you stop competing with others and pause to question yourself, you'll discover an inner strength few recognize. This is the moment for an internal revolution. A revolution not marked by violence or conflict, but by changing the way we face society, expectations, and pressures. Stoicism is key here. In the words of Epictetus, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. If you're feeling drained from constantly trying to please others, from keeping up with shifting societal standards, letting go is the action you need. It doesn't mean giving up on life. It means choosing to live differently. A life not controlled by things outside you, but by values and priorities that truly matter to you. When you let go of that pressure, you not only free yourself from societal constraints, but also open the door to a life of true freedom and happiness. Movements like minimalism or slow living are practical examples of this revolutionary act. The people who take part in these movements aren't running from responsibility or ambition. They're choosing a meaningful life, focused on what truly matters, rather than being caught up in an endless rat race. They choose to let go of the unnecessary in order to live a freer life. Do you dare to do it? Do you dare to step out of the race that society has laid out for you? Letting go can be the most powerful revolutionary act you can make in this society. Because when you dare to let go, you not only free yourself, but you also pave a new way forward for yourself and those around you. And that is true strength. 4. Positive psychology and the role of letting go. How can you find freedom in a world that constantly demands you hold onto everything? This is a question many of us are asking, especially when everything in modern society seems to require us to keep up and keep going. Work, family, relationships, achievements, and countless other things. Everything is on the scale, and you always feel the need to be in control of it all. But in reality, freedom doesn't come from holding on. It comes from letting go of what's unnecessary. As mentioned before, today's society pulls us into an unending cycle, a system full of comparisons, evaluations, and judgments. We're like soldiers on life's battlefield, facing invisible expectations that we can never quite meet. But does strength come only from fighting everything? Could it? Stoicism teaches us an essential lesson. We can't control everything around us, but we can choose how we respond to it. The truth is, real strength doesn't come from clinging to everything, but from the ability to let go of what isn't necessary. You can see this clearly through the principles of positive psychology. Scientific studies have shown that when you learn to let go of negative thoughts, when you're no longer pulled by unreasonable societal expectations, you can find genuine happiness. By practicing gratitude, optimism, and focusing on what you can control, you'll feel less burdened by things that don't really matter. Positive psychology teaches that when you concentrate on what you can control, rather than trying to change everything around you, you'll start to feel relief. This feeling isn't giving up. It's a transformation of energy, a shift from anxiety to freedom. We can't control everything, but we can control how we react to everything. Of course, it's not easy. You've spent your life racing, getting used to pressure, familiar with the demands of society. But have you ever asked yourself, what really matters in life? Is true happiness found in material success or external validation? True happiness comes from the ability to let go of what can't be changed and focus on what you truly can control, like your thoughts, emotions, and actions. Dr. Martin Seligman, the founder of positive psychology, pointed out that when we focus on the good things in life, not only does our mental well-being improve, but our physical health does too. When you practice gratitude and accept things within your control, you'll find that freedom doesn't come from clinging to things outside your control, but from letting go of things that don't truly matter. So, do you dare to try? Do you dare to let go of negative thoughts and things you can't change to find freedom within your soul? Letting go isn't weakness, it's a strong choice. When you learn to let go, you create the space to grow and live a truly free life, no longer tied down by things that bring no real value. Remember, letting go isn't giving up. It's a way for you to become stronger, to focus on what matters most, and to create a meaningful life. Only by letting go of what's unnecessary can you open yourself to life's true values. Imagine, if you let go of what you can't control, how would you feel?